is always welcoming to newcomers and oldcomers alike, and we will remember the past comers. We dedicate this event to Thelma, Tuan, and Tori, who, as Latrice says, taught us never to give up, to keep a smile on your face and always let your voice be heard, even if people might not like it. Let it be heard. So a huge thanks to everybody. I just want to, I can't thank everyone enough, but let me start. Erin Greenfield, Janine Schultz, and Christy Powers, and all the staff and support professionals at CP Rochester. Claire Corbeau, our graduate coordinator, Zoe Miles, our undergraduate coordinator, Deb Rossnell, director of the Writing, Speaking, and Argument Center, Justina Ramirez, who began as a student with us 15 years ago, and is now our liaison with the city schools. Thanks to the deans, the administration at the University of Rochester, to our past coordinators, the Taft Foundation, who gave us 2 big grants to help us with these events, our amazing students, who contribute not only time and skills, but also bring to this program boundless curiosity and friendship. And finally, to the participants who come to us to think aloud and create new poems and stories. Thank you for sharing your words with us. So I'd like to just give a thanks to everybody here who's just making fun. And I'm going to turn it over to 2 people who have been instrumental in keeping us going from week to week, who are always there to greet participants at the start of the hour, fill in when needed, and close up when we're done, who take care of the nitty-gritty of coordinating this big, wonderful group, Claire Corbeau and Zoe Miles.
Hi everyone, welcome to our celebration of the 15th season of the Inspiration Project. My name is Claire Corbeau, and I'm the grad coordinator for the Inspiration Project. I wish I could say that I've been doing this for 15 years, but no, I've only been doing it for 2, and I kind of started as a grad coordinator by chance. On an early spring day in 2023, I was riding the university shuttle home from class, and the former grad coordinator, Erin Francisco Opolik, asked me if I would be interested in taking over from her as the grad coordinator. And even though I knew almost nothing about the role or even about the Inspiration Project itself, I felt something in my gut telling me to say yes. But even before I made my impulsive and intuitive decision final, Erin invited me to attend a meeting for the Inspiration Project. And I still remember that first meeting I ever attended. It was right before the anthology reading for that year, and everyone was making finishing touches on their story or rehearsing their readings. And even though I found myself very much in the middle of things, I also felt immediately welcome. And I saw that the collaborative writing had created joyful and genuine friendships between student volunteers and CP Rochester participants. And I got to start building relationships myself with some of our longtime participants. And now, as the grad coordinator, I've had the occasion to continue and deepen these bonds and also form friendships with each new participant that joins the project. I think to myself how fortuitous it was that I took the shuttle home that day and ran into Erin, because I've witnessed and experienced so much care and warmth by being a part of the Inspiration Project. Whether I'm seeing firsthand the contagious enthusiasm of all our student volunteers, or getting assured by Joe Hill, one of our writers, that I'm in fact not corny, or being told that I'm classy by Ruthie, which is one of the best compliments I've ever received, by the way. I always leave our weekly meetings feeling much better than when I arrived, and probably the best I'll be feeling all week even. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of our student volunteers. It's been my pleasure to work with you all. Thank you for your commitment, your vivacity, and your can-do attitudes. Thank you to Zoe Miles. I'm not sure, well, you were one of our longtime student volunteers, and this is Zoe's last year, so I'm not sure what we'll do without her. She's always ready to help with pretty much anything, but especially with putting together amazing slideshows. She's a self-professed Canva warrior. So yeah, and thank you to all of our participants. Thank you for sharing your experiences, your imaginations, your creativity. and your Wednesday evenings with us. Every time each one of you arrived on campus, you made this place feel more and more like home. And thank you to Erin Greenfield, who steadfastly ensured that our participants were able to get here and engage in the collaborative writing that fills the anthology that you now hopefully hold in your hands. If you don't have one yet, please grab one on your way to our reception. And thank you also to Janine and Justina for all of your support as well in this endeavor. And thank you to Professor Joanna Scott, who along with Latrice started and sustains this project with a lot of hard work and a lot of heart. And thank you, all of you, for being here, for gathering for our celebration of 15 anthologies filled with works that represent self-expression, friendship, community, and care. These works of art have found a wonderful audience in all of you, and we hope that you'll enjoy the reading and stick around for the reception to follow. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So as Claire so kindly introduced me, my name is Zoe, and I've had the singular pleasure and honor of working with the Inspiration Project for 5 years now. And as I come to the end of my 5th year in the 5-year program, I've been thinking a lot about what exactly I enjoyed the most and what was most impactful about my university experience. And no matter what I thought about classes, assignments, readings, even relationships with professors, I kept coming back to this as the core of that experience. This project was the beating heart of my collegiate life, and I'm so very sorry to say goodbye and so unbelievably proud of everything that it has accomplished and everything I've seen us do in the last few years. From beginning during COVID and being on Zoom to being in person with all of you here, it's so lovely to have this as a bookend of that incredible experience. I am more grateful than words can say for this program, for the imagination and creativity and positivity that imbue the room whenever our participants and students are present, that imbue their works of writing that are so rich and enveloping and have made me not only a better writer, but a better, more authentic version of myself. It's a gift I can never repay. And as Joanna, I think, wrote in the introduction, many students have said this has changed their lives. And I think that that is not only true for me, but is perhaps the common statement. I think that everyone here feels changed by the relationships they've built here and the experiences and things they've learned about the people around them. I think that I can't say enough to our participants, to our old comers, as Latrice calls them, and our new. To our old comers, I have so enjoyed building relationships with all of you. I cannot conceive of the fact that I will not be here next time to see everyone, but I know that your voices are so strong, and we'll hear all of them tonight and share them with everyone here who deserve to hear every single word. It's been so fun to see the patterns and the things that you focus on, to see the different stories throughout the years. If you have a chance to look at our 10-year anthology, it's absolutely beautiful, please do. And just to see that continue is amazing. To our newcomers, I really hope you stay with the project. You have extraordinary voices, and the little I've heard of them, I only want to hear more. There's nothing I can say to cap end this speech other than I don't want to stop talking, because that means that I have to sit down and finish this reading and finish my experience here. But I do want to say one last thank you. I know we've had a lot of thank yous, and I think there's an implied thank you to everyone involved in keeping this project alive. But I want to say one last special thank you to Joanna and Latrice for 15 years ago pouring the foundation of something that I didn't know then would become a home. Thank you. And so now we're going to start our student reading section, which we're all here for. I am going to pass the mic to Isabel and Russell first, and then we'll just move down the line. We'll do a short introduction and then read a passage. Feel free to follow along in your anthology. We won't read the full story, but those are definitely read it.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabel. I'm a junior here at the University of Rochester.
My name is Russell Hill.
And I will be reading a section from our story, Halloween Dolls, which is on page 13 if you're following along on the physical anthology. Halloween Dolls. There's a little girl in a broken down car. Another car drove too fast and hit her car, making the girl fall to the ground. She has a welt on her head and sees the Annabelle doll on the side of the road. The doll raises her hand and waves to the girl, who walks towards the side of the street. But then Annabelle's doll and the girl disappear like ghosts. It's Friday the 13th, and another group watches Scary Dolls at the movie theater. They are eating popcorn and drinking sodas. The kids get scared easily and scream when they see Chucky carrying knives. The dolls keep disappearing and going into graveyards where they use lawnmowers to hurt the parents in the movie. The movie ends with scary music and the dolls turning back into real dolls. When the group leaves the theater, spooky music plays. Annabelle comes through the theater screen and some other dolls come out of nowhere and attack the group of kids. A doll almost eats one of the girls. To escape the doll, the girl hides next to a tree. Annabelle threatens the kids by making fists with her hands. One of the kids gets hurt, but all of the rest of them are okay because they run away. One of them hides in a school bus. Some hide behind trees. Annabelle stabs the school bus and tips it over. Same with the car. Their parents come and save the children from danger. They scare the dolls with fire. At home, the children hide in their beds. They have nightmares about the dolls. In their nightmares, the dolls open squeaky doors. Annabelle sneaks into their houses by coming through the TVs. She uses her hands and nails to attack the parents and make them turn into ghosts. The children creep downstairs and see Annabelle doing this to their parents. Annabelle tells the black birds flying in the sky to attack the kids. The birds fly in through the TV. They peck the kids with their beaks, flap their wings, and use their claws and feet. The kids try to fight back, but it doesn't work. When the birds fly away, nothing is left behind. Together with Annabelle, the birds sing, "You Are My Sunshine." In another house, Chucky and his sister come and play with the lights, making them turn on and off. They both carry knives. All the dolls hide underneath the bed. Sometimes they come up onto the bed. The kids try to escape by going out the window, but the dolls follow. One of the girls has a walker, and Annabelle chases her. Annabelle picks her up and drops her in a well. The rest of the kids try to run away, but it doesn't work because Chucky and his sister catch up to them. The whole house explodes. The lights blow out. The house catches on fire with Annabelle and the rest of the dolls still inside. When the sun comes up, Chucky and his sister are found in the ground at the graveyard. Annabelle is found in one of the bird closets. They are asleep there. Years later, a new family moves into the house. There is a woman, a man, and 2 girls. There is a doll in the closet, and it sometimes comes out and walks around the house. The people never see it, but it watches them. On Halloween, the girls discover the Annabelle doll in the closet. One girl turns her head completely around because Annabelle possesses her. The other girl acts up and climbs the walls and sometimes under the bed. One of the girls acts crazy. She looks at the moon and the stars at night. Only sometimes does she sleep in the bed. She gives her sister a countdown until she herself turns into a doll. The other girl cries about her sister in the bathroom. At least, this is what legend says.
Oh, very good. I like it.
Hi, I'm Zoe again, and I worked with Sean.
Hello, guys. Shakari, your mama's house go up there in this one. You got a baby, that's good. So I'm going to check out, I got KQs for another. I got pizza for the one. And we got peppers, we got KQs, our cheeseburgers. We got one. You guys go back, guys go get a bed. You guys go home, now you guys go.
You want to read more sentences and then I'll read the rest?
Yeah. We got pies, you guys go away. Let's go get guys on Tuesday, last day. Paul goes on. I guess it's authority. Remove.
Awesome, thank you. I like the Yankees. I like the Bills. I watch them both. When I watch a game, I get happy. After the game, I eat Parmesan cheese and pepperoni pizza and some delicious onion rings and fries. Also, a delicious cheeseburger with mayonnaise. Bedtime is after. I don't have dreams, but I imagine things. I imagine this. And we're going to skip around a little bit. I imagine this. There are drums, this is on page 54. There are drums and some maracas and a guitar and a piano, and the stars are free. The band starts tomorrow. There's a bunny and a deer under the stars on the grass. There are dinosaurs and doves flying together. They're in the sky playing hockey. It's nighttime, it's dark. The sun is down and the moon is out. They've got to get some food for dinner and a snack too. They get some chips, oranges, and bananas like monkeys. And they see more animals, a bird. They've got to go to the store to get water for the animals to give them a bath for their babies. They need a tub and soap and baby bottles and blankets because it is cold. The babies are cute. They have to go to the hospital because they're babies, but they are fine. We bought baby food and medicine. They have hiccups. The next day, they wake up and buy a Cub shirt at the store and crowd stuff. It's 9 degrees and sunny. They get the trash at the house. They get more towels. They've got a nice, clean house. They get some snacks, some goldfish and soup, and some steak, some fries, some cheeseburgers, some raspberry milkshakes, Taco Bell, and Subway. Their sub has tuna, meatballs, tenders, Parmesan, ham, salad, jalapenos, peppers, onions, cucumbers, mayonnaise, honey mustard, ranch, and olives.
All right.
I wake up, I get dressed, I go to Holy Childhood School. Next, there's a soccer game with teams. We get some food, some drinks, and some waters. We get chips and pizza. We're playing against the Blue Jays. We're winning. The score is 5-10. Then 11. We scored a bunch. The final score is 5-11. We're celebrating. We're going to Canada because we won. There's a doggy and a fox and a bunny. We get a picture of them all. We're going to get pumpkins and paint and paintbrushes. We're going to paint the pumpkins. I draw on the pumpkin in red and orange. I painted a jack-o'-lantern face on the pumpkin in red and black. I also painted ghosts on the pumpkin in white paint. It's Halloween on Friday. We're going to the haunted house. There are ghosts and spirits in the house. There's a full moon in the sky, and you can see all the stars. It's a full moon, so the dog turns into a werewolf. We're taking a picture in the house. We're going to go trick-or-treating. We're going to get candy and treats. My costume is a cowboy. I'm wearing a cowboy hat and a cowboy scarf. I'm with a ghost and Scooby-Doo. We go home and read a spooky book about skeletons. We're all tired of spooky things now, and we just want to eat candy. I like Mars bars and caramels. I eat them while I watch Scooby-Doo. I start to dance. Halloween is fun. I like to work at imagining on Halloween. I have candy and bags around me. I tell a story to the moon in the dark.
Hi everybody, I'm JT. And me and Chris's story is titled The Boss. It's on page 18, if y'all want to follow along. Chapter 1, Movies and Milkshakes, A Day in My Life with Emma. It was Friday evening. Emma and I are on the couch together enjoying my favorite movie, Spice Girls. Suddenly, the fire alarm goes off and we need to leave our movie. We hastily make our way to the pole and meet up until the drill is over. After a few minutes, we were able to return to our film. However, we decided that it's time to switch it up. We decided on 2 films, Home Alone and Beavis and Butthead. After we finished both, we decided to watch one more movie, Baywatch, for the ladies. After the movie, when it was time to get food, Emma gives the money to Tima and she decides on Wendy's. My Wendy's order is excellent. I get 2 cheeseburgers, a small fry, and a delicious chocolate milkshake. After Tima returns from Wendy's, we eat in the dining room together. After we share our meal, it's time for chores. Emma assigns us our chores, however, my personal favorites are taking out the garbage and doing the dishes. Come nighttime, I must admit that Emma snores loudly, however, it is alright. Chapter 2, Pranks, Jokes, and Crazy Dances. On winter days like this, Emma sometimes goes outside and shovels the snow. I like to play a good trick every once in a while, as we all know, and this was a great time for one. So this evening, I decided to throw snowballs at her. Luckily, Emma thinks it's fun, so we continue to have a little snowball fight. One of my favorite things to do is give Emma nicknames. One of Emma's nicknames is Bacon. Though I call her bacon frequently, pancakes is also something I call her. For variety, I'll even call her muffin too. If you couldn't tell, breakfast is my favorite meal. In addition to those, I'll mix it up by calling her Cookie or even Hippopotamus, or Hippo for short. My housemates and I have a nickname for her too. We sometimes like to call Emma Sophia. Emma can be a little crazy sometimes. She'll do funny dances like the hokey pokey, the duck dance, and ring around the rosy. Emma's super fun. Emma also takes people to the beach. My favorite thing on the beach is swinging on the swing set. We also go swimming. I'm a pretty good swimmer and Emma is too. I love spending time and having fun with Emma. Chapter 3, when things go wrong. When people talk back or are mean and Emma is there, she will come to stop it. Sometimes people can also take things too far. When this happens, Emma likes to take them for a walk. The walk is helpful as it helps people relax and cool down. Emma always helps bring out the best in us even when we are not at our best. Chapter 4, holidays. One of the best holidays for a trickster like me is Halloween. On Halloween, we did paper mache, and I wanted to play a little trick. I put a piece of paper and glue on her head. Fortunately, again, Emma thought it was very funny. That isn't my only Halloween prank, though. One time, there was a mouse, and I got it from under my bed. I took it to Emma and scared her badly. Like the chef Emma is, she will also whip up Halloween foods like gummy worms, pudding, and other fun items. Emma can even make eyeballs, but thankfully they're not real eyeballs, hopefully. She also sometimes makes great deviled eggs. In addition to cooking, Emma puts Halloween decorations up as well, like ghosts and spiders, to get into the festive mood. On Halloween, I love to dress up, and my favorite costume is Captain Underpants. Emma also helps make other holidays special. On Christmas, Emma organizes parties, and she makes really good pasta, ham, mac and cheese, pigs in a blanket, and for dessert, Emma makes cake, brownies, and cupcakes. All of them are so good I can't pick a favorite. Emma also makes the best food for Thanksgiving. My favorite are her pies. She makes pumpkin and apple pie, and although both are good, I will admit that I think pumpkin pie is the best. In terms of savory dishes, she'll make turkey, mashed potatoes, and more. Chapter 5, Emma being the boss. Emma doesn't just cook for holidays either. Her lunches, such as my favorite sandwich, the ham, cheese, and ketchup, are made with care, and I enjoy all of the lunches Emma makes. Sometimes, though, Emma takes us out for a meal. My favorites are Salvatore's, Starbucks, and Subway. At Salvatore's, I get cheese pizza, a soda, and 2 cookies. At Subway, I like to get a double chocolate drink and a bagel. At Subway, I get a meatball sub, a soda, and of course, 2 cookies. While I like all cookies, I like chocolate chip cookies the most. When we aren't going for a full meal, I like to go with her to 7-Eleven. When I go to 7-Eleven, I like to get a soda and 2 cookies. My favorite soda is 7-Up, and my favorite cookie at 7-Eleven is, of course, a chocolate chip cookie. Outside of cooking, Emma does so much more to help. From cleaning to other chores, she always makes sure that everything that needs to get done gets done. One of those jobs is sweeping and mopping. She will sweep and mop the hallway floors and also the bathrooms. She will also take out the garbage in the bathroom for us. Although all the mopping makes the floor slippery, I'm grateful no one has fallen. As she is clean and organized, Emma also cleans her desk and her office too, keeping her space as tidy as she helps keep ours. She also likes to help with chores, and Emma's company makes them so much more enjoyable. My least favorite chore is laundry. Although I'm not a huge fan of it, Emma will help me out and even make it a little fun. On top of all this, she makes sure that after meals, the countertops are wiped down and clean. She'll also clean the tables when we are in bed, which is really nice. Emma also goes to the bank to get money. We use the money to make sure everything runs smoothly. Emma gets groceries, food, drinks, and everything we need. She will usually go to Walmart or Walgreens to get groceries and other stuff for the house. Finally, chapter 6, in closing. I'm so grateful for all Emma does for us. On top of being the boss, she is a helpful friend that I am happy to be able to spend time with. From all the things I can list above and more, Emma is one of the most kind, helpful, and caring individuals I've ever met. Thank you, Emma, for being such a joy in my life.
My name is Yash, and this is
Handsome.
and I'm here to read Tommy's story. So Tommy's story is an expression of his love for Buffalo Bills, and it's a self-insert, so you'll see a lot of walking, sightseeing, dancing, dreaming, and I think he's quite brilliant. So to start, this is on page 7. It is a warm day in Rochester. Tommy is in his blue and red jersey. Buffalo Bills are in Rochester, and Tommy is the halfback playing with Josh Allen. They're playing against the Miami Dolphins. It is the Super Bowl. Tommy is excited and feeling good. Before the game, he has ice cream and chips. So, the game starts. The whistle blows. Josh Allen passes the ball to Tommy, and he runs through the whole field, the crowd cheering. Jalen Phillips from Miami Dolphins is trying to stop Tommy and the ball. Tommy pushes Phillips to the side, and Phillips falls down. And now, Tommy is running. The football field is oddly red. Tommy is running. He makes it straight to the touchdown. It's a record. Tommy knows that he has to throw a party. In the middle of the field, in the middle of the game. The game is stopped for the party. The players are there at the party. Tommy is drinking Coke, regular flavor, because that's his favorite. It's ice cold. There are also nuts at the party. Peanuts, because peanuts are his favorite. And, at the party, people are playing Uno, and Tommy is also playing Uno with the people, and he's winning. There's music playing. It's a guitar song. It's Michael Jackson. Tommy is dancing with the music. He's doing Michael Jackson moves. He's doing the moonwalk. It's daytime. Josh Allen is also dancing with Tommy. They're having lots of fun. They're celebrating the winning touchdown that Tommy made. Tommy is walking around with the trophy, and it's heavy. He wants to share the trophy with Josh Allen because Josh Allen was the one who passed the ball. They're holding the trophy together, but they have to put it in the team locker, which is sad. But it's all right. Tommy goes home. There are 2 sandwiches waiting, and they are both ham sandwiches with mayonnaise. A lot of people eat 2 sandwiches one by one, but Tommy's different, and he puts one sandwich on top of the other, and then eats it. He doesn't eat it all in one go. He takes bites. Tommy is tired and he wants to go to bed, but it's not 9 o'clock yet. It's 8, and Tommy goes to bed at 9. So there's still an hour left before bed. Tommy wants to watch TV for the next hour, and he watches the news. They're talking about the Buffalo Bills. They're talking about the game that just happened in the day. They say that the Buffalo Bills won the game. Tommy won the game. They're saying that the touchdown was a record-breaking winning touchdown. Tommy is so happy. Now it's 9 o'clock, and Tommy goes to sleep on his soft bed. He's wearing his Buffalo Bills jersey, and now he dreams. He dreams of Buffalo Bills, and they're winning the game, even in the dream. It's been a day of winning. Now, it's morning time. It's 6 o'clock. It's light. Tommy is tired from yesterday because a lot happened. And so now he needs to go on a vacation, a relaxing solo trip. He needs to go to New York City. He wants to go look at the Statue of Liberty. There's sunshine, no clouds at all. The statue is green and beautiful. And there are people there too, looking at the statue. And the people look tiny in front of the statue. Tommy's wearing a blue shirt and black pants, both very comfy. Tommy's there at the statue, eating a hamburger with ketchup. It's delicious. After looking at the statue, Tommy goes to the subway and hops on a train. People say that they're confusing, but for Tommy, the trains are easy to understand. He likes to look at the lights. He also likes the train passing by because of the wind that comes along. The train is going to a magical place. The magical place is Buffalo Bills. It's magical, Tommy says, because you look at it. The Buffalo Bills are just standing there, making pictures. Oh, and by the way, I forgot, as we were working on the story, we were also making drawings, and Claire will be, so we're making drawings, and some of them are relevant to the story. So the Buffalo Bills are just standing there and making pictures. They're drawing people, and it's a colorful drawing, red, green, and blue. The people are circles and circles on a light blue paper, and they're red, green, and blue. The team has picked these colors because Tommy likes those colors. The red and blue are Buffalo Bills colors. The green is the color of flowers. Tommy likes looking at flowers, and looking at things makes them magical. Now, Tommy's walking on the street, and because he's famous, someone recognizes. It's Josh Allen. Josh Allen is looking at Tommy. He's there, celebrating, to celebrate Tommy's touchdown again. To celebrate, they drink Coke, still regular Coke. They take a walk to the park, Central Park, full of green color and lakes. The lakes are blue. They also take a look at the flowers. Tommy sees dogs and cats in the park. People are walking their dogs and they're walking their cats. The dogs are on the leash and so are the cats. The cats and the dogs are also red, green, and blue. The cats and the dogs are looking at the people. Tommy's hungry, so he gets another hamburger. Josh Allen is looking at the water, at the boats. There are also ducks and fishes in the water. They're also red, green, and blue, and Josh Allen is looking at them. After this, Tommy and Josh Allen walk down the street, and they have a hamburger. This is Tommy's third hamburger of the day. Tommy is feeling happy because he met Josh Allen. They see other people on the street, a subway station, and the Statue of Liberty from far away. He saw this before too. He wants to see the Statue of Liberty again from up close. This time, Tommy takes Josh Allen with him, and they go by bus, and the bus is blue. Tommy and Josh Allen are silent on the way, and both are happy. They're both focused on the statue, so they don't see other sights on the way. The bus is playing Buffalo Bills music. It's the Buffalo Bills shot song. Tommy starts dancing. He dances all the way to the Statue of Liberty. Now they have finally reached the statue. Tommy feels happy. He sees a lot of people there wearing different colors. Green, orange, brown, purple, different colors from last time. Josh Allen asks him what he likes about the Statue of Liberty. Tommy says, it's the clouds in the sky. There are a few more clouds.
Hello, my name is Hayes, and I'll be reading for Ruthie. And then it will be. Ruthie and I decided to do poems this year. She's done short stories, but in the past, there's one slight formatting issue at the end of Elmwood 2. It says Gary. That's actually a new poem, so I'll have a little pause there. Elmwood 1. Elmwood in a group home. Ruthie and Chris. We had a good supper. Hamburger with cheese, fruit and beans, dinner on 2 tables, a lot of chairs. Then I came here with people I like. Good luck. Fairport. It's big. Stew for lunch. Pretty. I go there. I have coffee. It tastes good. They make a pot, serve it in a cup, and then I drink it. Cream and milk and sugar. I go in the mornings. I have a new driver named Monique. He is nice. I go to Fairport on weekdays. On weekends, I watch TV in my room. Always the Brady Bunch. I color pictures of Pooh and Tigger in Fairport. My favorite is Pooh Bear. Just is. Fairport is a long ride. I like the ride. I go to sleep. I put my head on my shoulder and shut my eyes. Missy is going to take me to get my hair cut, and I might get a cup of coffee. I like my coffee sweet. I get up and Missy helps me get dressed to go to Fairport before I eat breakfast. Then the bus comes at 8 a.m. I don't know who else comes. I go alone and I like it. Elmwood 2. A house made of brick. A ramp made of who knows. A pretty kitchen, a living room with a big TV. Ruthie in the back hall, Pat in the back hall, Normie in the back hall too. 2 bathrooms. Steph is taking care of us. Tina is with Steph. The beds are good. I hear Chris. Today is Moni's birthday. There was a party in the dining room for her. Watching the Brady Bunch and Baywatch. Ruthie likes Greg. She thinks he's cute. Marcia, Jan, and Sydney. Mike is their father and Carol is their mother. Ruthie loves the Brady Bunch, but she wouldn't want to be in it. Then she couldn't date Greg. Yeah. Normie sat by Ruthie. We had cheese quesadillas, we had salad, we had watermelon, we had blueberries. Gary. I miss you. What are you up to? How's Connie? Gary drives a truck. It's a black truck. He gets to work in it. He took me for a ride in Connie's car. We just went on a drive. Quinn is my new nephew. I got a picture of Quinn and put it by my bed. He is cute. He looks more like Connie than Gary. I got a new driver. The old one was named Jared. Jared was nice and I miss him, but the new driver is nice too. His name is Monique. We had hamburger, baked beans, and salad for supper, and tea and water to drink. I ate with everyone at Elmwood. Tomorrow I will watch the Brady Bunch on my big TV. In the morning I'm going to Fairport. I made a friend named Nate who comes to Fairport with me. He has a shirt with a bear on it. He wore it today. In the mornings, the driver takes us and we go together. Nate has his own house. He has a big dog, and I met his mom. His mom is very nice. Her name is Amy.
Hi everyone, I'm Apurv.
Hi everyone, my name is Brittany.
I'm Dylan. The story that we'll be reading from is The Whereabouts of the Alfred State Bookstore Manager on page 25. The section that I'm reading actually starts on page 26. It's in the middle of the story, in the thick of the action. It's the last paragraph on that page. Sandy, who's a panda bear, and Daniel, who's a tiger, are leading Dylan's friends. The tunnels are like a maze. They reach a point where 3 tunnels open up and they enter the middle one. They come across 3 doors guarded by keypads. They only get 3 attempts. The doors lead to the past, the present, and the future. They try the middle one, which goes to the past. They get the code in the 3rd attempt and they end up in the early 1900s. They've ended up in the Wild West among cowboys. They go bull riding and they get bucked off, but nobody's hurt too badly. They ask the cowboys whether they've seen the manager. The cowboys have seen footprints that lead further into the west. Sandy and Daniel do not like the dusty, arid west, but they still follow the footprints. But after a while, they are tired, so they go back to the door from which they entered, but now the door is a magic carpet. They get on it and continue to follow the footprints, and they stop at magic shops all over the world. The first magic shop is in Paris. There they find a magic globe. It shows visions of the manager before he disappeared. The first vision is of the manager sitting in his rolling chair at the bookstore, and he leaves to go to another room and the vision stops. In the next vision, the manager is in the jungle being followed by king cobras. The vision ends when he just gets to the castle. It looks like the manager might be hiding a spell book in his jacket. The shop owner asks for $1,000 for the globe. They pay and leave. The next stop is Edinburgh, and they go to another magic shop there where they find a magic wand. None of them can use the wand, so they decide to bring it back to Dylan. From there, they travel to Russia, but this time they go to an abandoned warehouse. Daniel the tiger senses that there is a clue to the manager's location in the warehouse. The friends fight off the security guards, and inside the warehouse they find a winter hat with some hair in it. The hair is black, and they had seen in the visions that the manager had black hair. They have to smash the alarm by leaving through the door. The alarm starts blaring and they are chased again by the security guards.
Okay, so this is the end of the story. Dylan and his friends have found the manager and defeated the villain. Once they arrive on campus, they tell the campus police the truth about the president and the Russian professor, who is still unconscious in the car. The week of welcome dance is about to begin. All the students and faculty are there, dressed quite handsomely. The police barge in, and just as the president is about to make a speech, they arrest him and take him away, and the whole school cheers. Dylan and company cheer as well. Dylan takes out his wand and magically gets the best dresses for himself and his friends. Dylan is dressed in a shiny black tuxedo. Flopsy puts his head through the window but can't get his whole body in. Sandy the panda is giving everyone a big hug, while Daniel the tiger takes over the DJ duties. Dylan dances with everybody and eats and drinks everything that is on offer, especially loads of buffalo chicken pizza and gallons of Diet Coke. At the stroke of the midnight hour, Dylan gets atop Flopsy and asks him to take him all to the door to the future in the maze under the castle. Flopsy trumpets and they get to the door quickly. They all walk through the door and enter the day of the graduation ceremony. In this future, Sandy the panda bear is the president of the university. Sandy is dressed in their robes and gown and cap. The gown is navy blue. All of Dylan's friends get their graduation certificates. Sandy gives everyone a hug after they get their diploma. Dylan is the last person to go on the stage. Dressed also in a navy blue gown, he goes to Sandy, who gives him a big hug and awards him with a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. Everyone cheers for Dylan, and then Dylan throws his cap in the air. The crowd does the same. Once the ceremony is over, Dylan and his friends go back to the past to the night of the welcoming dance, and Dylan once again goes exploring.
Hi, my name is Caitlin.
Hi, my name's Geraldine.
I am going to read a part of Geraldine's story because it's very long but very wonderful. I highly recommend checking it out. So I'll just kind of start from the beginning. Once upon a time, there were these people that I really love, and I care about them. They say that you can make anyone happy with rainbows. I like that. I'm so happy to be here. I just love creative writing. I just love it so much. And I love my group home. I love where I work. And my mother just moved into an apartment. I love being here, and I love creative writing. I'm so happy about it. I love Witten. It's so wonderful. It's great because we go to different classes and do lots of things. Like we have art on Fridays, plus crafts and gardening. I like Fridays. During crafts, I make jewelry. I love jewelry. I love painting and coloring. I also like watching The Price is Right. Everything is very, very wonderful. We do everything, like singing or seeing movies. Once we watched a movie about how Mary Poppins was made. We also do fire drills there, and I like doing PT more there than at the other place. I was able to do 21 minutes walking outside and 8 minutes on the treadmill. I go to PT on Thursdays. I love that. I have fun there. I was on the treadmill for 5 minutes, and next weekend I was on it for 8 minutes. Also at PT, they put this thing around your arms and waist, and it feels like you're flying. And I keep saying that I want to do the stairs at PT.
What? Yeah. Once upon a time, we also do fire drills, like doing PT more than at the other place. I was able to do 21 minutes walking outside and 8 minutes on a treadmill. I go to PT on Thursdays. I love it that I have fun there. I was on a treadmill for 5 minutes, and next weekend I was on it for 8 minutes. They put me on this thing around your arms, and rest, it feels like you're flying. I keep saying that I want to do the stairs at PT. I like helping people at Witten. I'm very happy at Witten. I love everyone there. I love all my supervisors. Marcus, everyone, I want to write about all my supervisors at my work because they are great and all the managers are splendid. Someone even gave me a notebook that they weren't going to use. Something I really want to do again is cook. I really miss it. I thought that if this guy can make his own lunch, why can't I? Boy, do I feel happy. I love Witten and creative writing. I want to write about Witten. I just love it. Our classes that I go to, I love them. I love coloring, painting, and just love Witten. I just love Witten. I love working at Witten. Today we made cherry cobbler, and all the ingredients went in like oil and also 2 cans of cherries. I used a can opener but it didn't work, so we had to get a new one.
Thank you.
Okay, is this working? Okay, so my name is Diego, and
I'm Joey Hill.
okay, and this is Joey Hill's store. Everything is important. Sorry, we'll just take it away. My name is Joey. People come up to me and ask, "Is Joey there?" It's good to have people recognize me. I feel good when people recognize me. When I share my story, I learn with that stuff. It doesn't hurt. I came a long way. I have a good attitude, and people like to see that. I am a popular guy, and that is okay. I've been nice to my family, and I treat people the way they want to be treated. That's exactly what I've been doing, so that counts. It's what I talked about in my meeting today. I told my sister I haven't yelled. I keep it cool. My sister liked that. That's what makes me so popular. Sometimes you gotta control yourself and watch your tone, and especially your anger. You gotta watch that. I've been doing good and stuff. I gotta express my anger sometimes. You gotta do that. I'll talk to my sister on the phone when I'm angry, and that keeps me nice and mellow. She comes to my programs and sees what I'm doing. She cares a lot about me. My sister listens to me. She tries to talk to me. I'm stronger than what I used to be. I'm not going to say I'm not strong. I'm happy. I'm cheerful. People should listen more when I start talking to them. I just want them to understand so that when I do play music for them, they want to start dancing. I used to be up on stage. I could get up on stage and play music for people. Michael Jackson, Beat It. When I hear the drums in a song, I can play it on the table. I used to do it for a lot of people, so they care about what I do. That's what I'm trying to do. Music and time, beating time. They are in the same group. What I mean by that is, I like to remember a lot of people, but a lot of people, like Michael Jackson and Prince, are gone. People move on, and when they're gone, their music continues on. Every time people pass away, I just learn about their music. I want to learn music wherever I go, because that means you're playing for them. I keep them going. Music makes me feel good. Music helps me. Someone might ask, "Are you Joey Hill?" And I say, "Yeah." The store is my voice. Music isn't a literal place. I've had a contract for a radio store in my hand, and that will keep me busy, to do my work, to go over something. It's just that I am prepared to do the stuff that I do, so that there is music when there is no music. I feel like it's my home. Music is my home. I feel like doing what I'm doing at home with music. We can always go forward. I like classical music, like the violin, relax. The violin makes me relax. I listen to music on the bus, WDKX, and the buzz. Sitting down in my chair, I listen to that. I talk to a lot of people on the bus. It's like music. I take the bus to Rochester for a program at Movies 10. I'm always there on Monday. That's where I used to work at. That's what I've been doing. I used to get snacks like popcorn. I like comedy movies. I like Eddie Murphy. I like every movie. I like to be in a movie. I'm a character. You're a character. You know what I mean. My favorite part of the week is being here. I'm at the back room or the front room of the Inspiration Project. They were talking about my voice. I like other people talking about me. I want them to talk about me, that's fine, but only good things, nothing bad. As long as I'm happy, that's what I want to be. I'm always happy. I've never been angry at nobody. Okay. I'm going to be a DJ in the future. I could do We Are WDKX if I have a contract. That's what I'm going to do. I have a good attitude. Does attitude count as good in here? Yes, that's what I thought. Everyone who's here been good with me, so I've been good with them. Nope, they will talk to me. They will come to me and they will talk to me here. It depends on how good my attitude is. I don't be distracted at all. I'm very good. I have such a great sense of humor, that's what I got. I have such a great sense of humor, Joey's doing good, that's what that means. It could be me because I want to be me, because people want to hear my voice again, because I have a voice with a lot of reason. I use my voice a lot, so you know that counts. I would talk to people, I don't scream or yell. I just talk to them because I am polite. Joey has always been my name. It's the same. It has not been changed. They say what a good guy I am. I do things which I'm good at. Some people do like what they're good at. People like my name. People call me Mr. Hill at home. Micah is my sister. Emma, my niece, she calls me Uncle Joey. I'm happy with my niece. I'm doing something to get me happy. My niece talks to me. She checks up on me. Makes sure that I'm good. We watch TV. If it's wrestling, then yeah, it just keeps me occupied when I'm home. I would like to spend some time with my niece. I hang out with a lot of people when I'm home. They come to see me sometimes. It's cool that more people will see Joey in Rochester. My niece is beautiful. She's special. Wants to be around me. The specialness of Joey spreads because I'm a wonderful person and people like that. I'm kind, they say. We are understanding who you are. I'm Joe. What else would I put?
Hi everybody, my name is Ali, and I worked to write a chapter of Caleb's series called Ranger Corps Adventures.
My name's Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb.
Hi, Caleb.
Hi, Caleb. Hi, Caleb.
So the story starts on page 32, and then I'll skip over to page 34 on the right column to get ready for the action. The following story takes place in a futuristic fantasy world, where Earth is largely populated by anthropomorphic animal species. The American government has begun a new initiative to preserve the dinosaur habitats through their national park system, operated and maintained by the Rangers, a ragtag group of anthropomorphic animals protecting prehistoric animal species, namely the dinosaurs. And just to recap what would have happened in that section, the Rangers have had a run-in with the local militia known as the Western Washington Liberation Front, during which a brawl ensued and their favorite tavern experienced some heavy collateral damage. Recently, the WWLF have been arousing suspicions of poaching dinosaurs housed in the national parks. So now, page 34. After the Rangers have finished helping the staff repair the tavern's damages, Cody and June meet Raquel at a location out of town to stake out the WWLF on suspicions of nearby poaching cases. After 22 hours of waiting for signs of the poachers, the trio come across a seemingly abandoned and trashed WWLF camp. Raquel and June go inside to investigate, finding severed dinosaur parts littered across the floor. As they explore deeper, they see numerous deceased WWLF members. Most of them appear to have been mauled, and a plate of rotting dinosaur flesh lies on the table. While the two are documenting their findings, Raquel hears a strange noise from behind her. She turns to see the corpse of a WWLF member, eyes engulfed in a green hue, standing up and moving towards them. Startled, Raquel and June hurry back to the truck to try and get back home. Armed with the Springfield rifles, they fire shots at the increasing crowd of undead WWLF members in pursuit. Raquel and June quickly try to inform Cody what is happening in the campsite they were monitoring. Cody doesn't initially believe Raquel until one of the corpses bangs on the windshield of the truck, startling all three of them. Cody says, "Not again with a Z outbreak." The three of them drive back to base camp to reconvene and inform the group. In the meantime, the undead WWLF make their way to town, wreaking havoc on the citizens and spreading the unknown virus. Anoki doesn't take them seriously, until Joe, watching the news in the nearby recreation area, calls for Anoki's attention. Joe says, "Hey, boss, you might want to see this." "Turn that off. We don't need to be scaring off any more recruits than we already have." Porta says, "Have you guys seen what's happening right now? They just quarantined off the national park." Delaney says, "This looks like it's going to be a serious enough mission to be considered an X-File." Anoki says, "Enough. Everybody listen up. By the time that mob of WWLF zombies makes their way to base camp, we need to make sure all the dinosaurs are secured. You three need to go lead them into the bunkers and make sure there isn't any chance they can be exposed to this virus. I'll have Sandy, Cody, and Katya set up beacons around camp to lead as many dinosaurs as we can towards us. In the meantime, everybody else is on barricade duty, including the auxiliary unit with Grady and Yumi. We're treating this as a full-on siege. Now go." The Rangers spring into action, digging trenches around the perimeter and filling them with alternating rows of crude oil and lava. They line the gates with spiked barricades and blankets of barbed wire. Time is of the essence, as chaos has engulfed the town and the warden and his forces are not able to manage the horde of zombies wreaking havoc on civilians. Suddenly, the light from the beacons shoots into the sky and reflects downwards onto the surrounding area, drawing the attention of the undead militia to the Rangers' camp. With the weapons and ammunition they have in stock, the Rangers begin to fire at the mob of zombies slowly approaching base camp. At first, the undead aren't able to push through the firepower of the Rangers, but their numbers only continue to increase as more of them are attracted to the light from the beacons. Cora says, "I don't mean to be pessimistic here, but there's no way we can win a battle of attrition like this against a horde of zombies. We need to come up with a plan." Leilani says, "What if we let them in?" Cora replies, "I know I said it wasn't looking good, but I don't think giving up is the right answer either, Leilani." Leilani says, "No, we let them through the gates, and then we blow up base camp after we pin them inside the gates of our camp. The barricades we set up will work to keep them trapped." Sandy says, "We don't have that much firepower on hand, and the president would never approve a strike on such short notice." Leilani says, "He doesn't need to approve anything if we hack into their systems." "Grady, do you think you could pull it off?" Avery replies, "That would be one hell of a first job, but I think I could do it." Leilani says, "Perfect. I'll let everybody know the plan, signal me when you're in, and we'll have everybody open the gates and get away from camp." Leilani rushes down from her post, and the WWLF board nears the front gate. She quickly finds Inoki and Joe, letting them know what Grady is doing. Before long, all the Rangers are ready to jump ship, and the mob of the undead are past the last barricade. Grady says, "Got it, I'm in. Ready when you are, Leilani." Leilani replies, "I was born ready." The Rangers pull open the gate, and the zombies come flooding in, appearing even more numerous within the confines of the camp. Immediately, the Rangers zipline across their defenses, evacuating their headquarters completely. Once the entirety of the zombie horde has entered base camp, a swarm of military drones head full throttle into the barracks. Explosion after explosion occurs until the camp has been totally engulfed in flames. The Rangers look on from the nearby forest as the fire burning down their former base lights up the sky. Soon enough, the sounds of the WWLF zombies can no longer be heard, and a peaceful silence radiates through the air. Inoki turns to Leilani, wearing a bittersweet expression on her face. Leilani says, "Sorry, boss. I never thought we'd have to see base camp go out like this." Inoki says, "No, this was brilliant. You showed the true qualities of what it means to lead tonight, Leilani, and you dealt with an X-File threat in just 48 hours. Losing base camp is a small price to pay for an outcome like that."
So bear with us. We're gonna try some technology things because Jeff would like to read this story. So I'm going to hold the mic to the story, but if you guys want to follow along, it's on page 10. Ready?
This is a story about a cool three-wheel bike. There is someone riding the bike. He's a 15-year-old boy. His name is Bob. He made the bike. He makes bikes for money and for fun. He makes all kinds of bikes. This bike has a basket and it's blue. It is a big bike because Bob is tall, but it isn't just any bike. It can go up to the moon. Bob is being filmed by a TV show. They want to know if he can really go to the moon on a bike. Bob asked the camera crew to go with him on his adventure to the moon. He wants to go to the moon to see if something is up there. He wants to know if there is snow or sun, if it is warm or cold. He wants the moon to have a sun because he wants it to be warm, and he wants to see if the moon is big in person because it usually looks small in the sky. Sometimes if the moon is full, it looks big then. Two girls came to see if he needed help building the bike. They are from school. Their names are Betty and Jess. Bob says yes. He wants the bike to fly like a plane. With their help, he puts wings on the back wheels and he puts an engine inside of the bike basket. Then they leave. Bob designs the bike to change colors when he goes up with battery lights. It goes from black to yellow to blue to gray to red to white. Bob has a problem, though. He only has 2 wheels on the bike, but he needs 3. One wheel was bad because he got the wrong part from Amazon. The wheel he wants, he sends it back. He gets a refund, and the new one is free. The next day, Bob has another problem. It is hard for Bob to attach more of the airplane parts to the bike his friend helps. They weld the parts on. Bob test drives the bike. It's wobbly. The tires need more air. They fill the tires together. His friend is named Ted. They are good friends. They know each other from school. Ted wants to go to the moon with Bob, but they only have one bike. It's no problem. They put 2 seats on the bike so they can both go. To prepare, they get their suits from Walmart. They will wear hardens and pantsuits like an astronaut would wear. Their suits are blue and white. They need lights on the hat, so they attach the headlamps to the hat. They need to charge the lights battery before they go to space. It would be bad if the battery died. They wouldn't be able to see. They need to get food. They buy freeze-dried smoothie puree packets on Amazon. They need to get sleep before their big trip. Before they go to sleep, they show the cameras that they have to take their supplies. They tell them what supplies they have. They get paid doing the show, $25,000. Bob wants a new home. He will use the money for a new house and a new car. They wake up at 5 a.m. Bob and Ted don't like waking up early. They get ready to go away. First, they eat some breakfast. They both like eggs. Then, they take showers. They get dressed in their suits. The TV crew takes videos of them as they get ready. Finally, they go on the cool bike. They're nervous and happy. The TV crew comes with them to the moon in a spaceship. They record the moon as they fly by Bob and Ted. But all they see is snow. The flight to the moon is good for Bob and Ted. It went perfect because they planned so well. When they land on the moon, they learn that it is cold, not hot. It is covered in frosty ice. The moon does have a sun, like they thought, but it isn't a warm sun. It is powerful and cold. They don't discover anything else. The moon is empty. Their wheel breaks on the moon. It's a flat tire, but they aren't scared. They feel okay. They know it is a fast fix to put air in the tire. They had to fix the wheel before they came home. The journey home is easy. They felt happy and sad. They felt happy because they achieved their goal, but sad because now the journey was over and they had to go home. When they got home, they saw two girls looking at the bike. It is Betty and Jess, the girls that helped Bob start building the bike. The girls tell Bob cool bike. They are proud of Bob for how the bike turned out. They say we like the bike. Bob says thanks. Bob and Ted offer the girls a ride on the bike. The girls are happy to ride the bike. They enjoy the ride and they all become friends. Bob and Ted are famous from the TV show. They use the money from this show to buy a house and a car. They're working on a regular bike now that can easily ride on the beach. But they waited for 3 days because they needed to sleep. Bob and Ted now make bikes for anyone who needs a ride. For free. This bike is for someone who needs a ride. They also have a new TV show where they teach people how to make bikes. The people that watch their show feel good because Bob and Ted do a good job explaining it. Now people know how to make bikes of their own, including bikes that can go to the moon.
Hi, my name is Oliver, and I have been working with Maria. I will hand it over to her now.
My name is Maria. Chapter 2. I want to meet Damar Hamlin. All right. I want to meet Damar Hamlin at the Bills game because I am his #1 fan. I'm standing on the field and I'm so happy. I am so just excited to be at the game. But he sees me in the crowd and he said wants to meet me. My family bring me down to see him and we take a picture together. I am so happy to meet him. He is good, proud, brave person. I know he's a brave person because once he had the heart attack, he woke up. He asks me how my day go, and I tell me I'm his favorite person. We talk, and he gives me a prize, his own jersey, his special jersey. He signed my jersey. He showed me around the locker room. The locker room is so big, it smells like a boy's cologne. And I love its smell. He introduces me to his teammate. I met the other person, his teammate, Keon Coleman. He is tall, beautiful. I get blushing because he's so handsome. I met DeMar family. His family is so nice because they help him feel better and stay in the hospital with him. When he had a heart attack, he gives my mom his phone number so we can talk every day. My mom loves him so much, she's really wanting me to keep touch with him. DeMar and I ate dinner of chicken fingers and french fries with honey mustard. After dinner, I say goodbye to DeMar and we head home. I give DeMar a hug and we go to the car. I fall asleep in the car because the drive is so long and I'm very tired. My mom posts the pictures of me and DeMar on Facebook. And she tagged him in it in the post. I go to bed. I have a good sleep. Next morning, he called me and my mom to talk to me, and he wanted to hang out today. We went to Dave & Buster's, and we played a lot of games like basketball, hockey, and then we had cheeseburgers for lunch. I asked him if he wanted to come to my birthday party. DeMar Hamlin and his teammate Keon come to my birthday party. My whole family is also there. The birthday party theme is around the Bills. And it's at Memorial Park. They bought me a birthday present of Bill's teddy bear blanket with Keon and DeMar picture on it. We hang out, talk, and walk around on the trail at the park. We had a Bill chocolate and vanilla cake. Then I opened all my presents. I got money, new shoes, and more blankets. Me and DeMar and Keon play in the snow and made angels. Chapter 3, my nephews. I have 3 nephews named Junior, Prince, and Josiah. I really care about my nephews because they are my favorites. I met Junior when I was in middle school, and I am now 22. I'm 22 now. He was a baby when I met him in Buffalo. He was at home with his mom, my ex-sister-in-law. He had a big smile on his face. I held him. I was scared because I might drop him. But I was really careful and didn't drop him. I saw Junior first walk, and I heard his first words, Yada. I didn't see him that much when he was a baby. And now I saw him more of him while he was grown up, and now I don't see him that much. I was upset because I didn't see him much as I did when he was a baby. I saw my second nephew named Prince. When he was a baby, I went to see him in the hospital after school. I like being there because he is very brave. I'm so happy I have him. I saw him growing up like Junior now, but I don't see him that much. Then I have my third nephew, Josiah, was born, but I didn't see him when he was a baby. I saw him when he was 10 months old. Because I didn't know Josiah was my nephew, yet they didn't tell me. All 3 of them have big heads like their dad. and not similar in other ways, except for their hair color, which is brown, like their dad. There was a breakup between my brother and his baby mom Joshua and I were together, but they broke up after they had Josiah.
Hi, my name's Josie, and I've been working with Retreats.
Hello, my name is Lovely Latree, and I'm the founder of this program. And I would like to tell you a poem about a special person in my life that is no longer here, which is my mother. She's in heaven right now, looking down on me.
My mom, her life was like a dance. It would go fast. She could dance really fast in life, but she might go really slow. It depends on what she's going through at that moment. She was a bodybuilder. She had 3 kids. She had 7 grandkids. She was a good person. She was hilarious. She always made me laugh. She cared about people, cared about her family. She always said that I could do it, that I could do anything I put my mind to. She always had my back. She tried her best at everything that she did, like raising me and my siblings. Even if people say that I couldn't, when I was a baby, I weighed 1 pound 10 ounces, and I almost died, and I had seizures, and my mom struggled to have me because I was so premature. She almost went to heaven early having me because she had to do the labor early. I was in the hospital for a long time, but she knew I could survive. I'll be 40 this year. My mom was very excited to see me turn 40, but now she doesn't get to see it physically, but she gets to see it in heaven. Sometimes life changes you. Something happens in your life that really changes you. Sometimes life has difficulties, but you learn how to adapt to the situation at hand. You learn to roll through the difficulties as you go through life, and you become a better person through it. It can be a tragedy, but you find a positive in the negative. It forces you to grow up. So you gotta be open. I learned that you gotta be open. You can't be closed-minded, because if you're closed-minded, you can't see what's right in front of you. You can either be mad about moving out and moving in with 12 people, or you can be happy. And you can be sad about losing the person who gave you life, or you can be driven to show the person that even if they passed away, their memory is not in vain. So that's why I want to show that my mom's memory is not in vain, because I'm her daughter. I'm supposed to be living my life, having fun with my life, having fun at my program, on outings with Maria and everyone at my house, and living my life, and continuing doing the project and changing lives. Sometimes I want to just give up, but I can't. My mom would remind me to keep pushing. I gotta keep going, keep pushing, because my mom wouldn't want me to be all sad and miserable. She would want me to keep having fun and bothering my dad, and she would want me to keep telling people about the Inspiration Project and how we need this program to stay on the campus for years and years. You gotta keep moving, because if you stop moving, then that's the end of it. My dad lives in Florida with my sister. He's gone through a lot, but he's a strong person too. And he always strives for me to be independent as much as I can. We've been through a lot. We've been through arguments and stuff, but we still love each other. The thing is about my parents is that they're strong-willed people. Even with my mom, we've had arguments, but we still love each other because they've helped me accomplish my goals. Graduate from kindergarten, graduate from elementary school, graduate from middle school, graduate from high school. At the bottom line, they're the only parents you have. When you lose them, you have no more parents. My sister's name is Charisse. She's very fun, and she's very like my mom. She's a hard worker because she works for the state. She works in state group homes, and she doesn't give up. We are a family who will bend a little bit, not break. We've been through a lot in our family. We've been through a lot, but we came out of the fire like a phoenix. I think that even though my mom never seen me walk, in my imagination I would be walking towards her in a field of flowers. I wouldn't have to use this wheelchair, and I would be able to see my friend Corey and my grandma and my auntie Robin. In my imagination, I would be running to them. I wouldn't have to use this chair. But I know I will see my mom one day, when I get old, like 80 or 100, we go to heaven. I will see my mom. I will be happy to see her. In my imagination, you were in a garden filled with flowers and ladybugs and a lot of butterflies in a castle, sitting on your throne with my grandmother, my uncle, and my aunt. I've been going through a lot of frustration moments where I'll be mad about being away from my mom, and I'll take it out on people, but I'm learning not to. When I miss her, I get frustrated and I get emotional, and sometimes I might say something wrong to my friends, but I don't mean it. At the end of the day, I'll come back and I say I'm sorry. I think the Inspiration Project really helps me because it helps me express myself. A lot of the time since my mom passed away, I feel like I gotta be perfect. Well, not perfect, but I have to be good all the time. My staff told me you don't have to be good all the time, but you gotta be respectful and stand up for yourself and be your own person still. We're gonna do this last little bit together. Okay. You have to be the sweet person you are.
You have to be the sweet person that you are.
You gotta look at the flowers instead of the rain.
You gotta look at the flowers instead of the rain.
You gotta look at the sunshine instead of the snow.
You gotta look at the sunshine instead of the snow.
You gotta look at life with happiness and greatness instead of darkness.
You gotta look at life with happiness and greatness instead of darkness.
Because life is like a stony road, but you gotta go down the stony road to get to the garden of life.
Because life is like a stony road, but you gotta get down from the stony road to get to the garden of life.
It's gonna be like a seesaw, ups and downs, but that's how life is.
It's gonna be like a seesaw with ups and downs, but that's what life is.
At the end of the day, you gotta believe there's something out there and it's ready for you to conquer.
At the end of the day, you gotta believe that there's something out there and it's ready for you to conquer.
If life could be a dance, it could be a ballet where you go really slow.
If life could be a dance, it could be a ballet where you go really slow.
Or it could be hip hop where you dance really fast.
Or it could be hip hop where you dance really fast.
Or it can be a silent moving dance where it's really, really sad.
Or it could be a silent moving dance where it's really sad.
But you just gotta keep moving and keep dancing.
But you just gotta keep moving and keep dancing.
Everyone, please join me in applauding for all of our participants and their stories. You were all so amazing, and yeah, thank you all so much. And please join us across the hall for our reception. We have a bunch of food and drinks, so it's just right across the hall in the Wells Brown room. You want to say something, Trace?
Hey, I was on the news yesterday.